This is part 3 of the discussion of financial ratios, but I will not be discussing this time because we will just be applying. So you are given income statement and balance sheet. I drop the heading to save space and assume that you are given 365 days. Again, you follow what is given. And if you are not given anything, you use 360. Now let's compute. What if you are tasked to compute the working capital? I'll just write WC for 2020 and 2019. What's the formula of working capital again? Current assets minus current liabilities. So for 2020, the current asset is 459. Current liability is 234. So here, 259 minus 234. Answer is 225. How about for 2019? This is your current asset, while this is your current liability. So 442 minus 321, answer is 121. How about if you are tasked to compute the current ratio? And the formula for this one is current asset divided by current liabs. So instead of deducting, you will divide. 459 divided by 234. Then for 2019, 442 divided by 321. This is 1.96, while this is 1.38. How about quick ratio? And the formula for quick ratio is get your quick assets and divide by your current liabilities. And this one, and this one comprise your quick assets. So for the numerator, 121 plus 117 plus 88. This is your quick asset. And then all over your current liability, 234. Then for 2019, it's 123 plus 99 plus 89. All over the current liability of that year, 321. The answer is 1.39. And then for 2019, 0.97. Next, what if you are tasked to compute the accounts receivable turnover? AR turnover. The formula for this one is net sales divided by your average accounts receivable. What's your net sales? In 2020, it's 987. So 987 divided by the average of your AR. And since you are in 2020, you have the prior year data. So you can average here. So let's get the average. It's 88 plus 89. And then you divide this by 2. The one in parentheses goes first in the computation. So the answer is 987 11.15. How about in 2019? This is your net sales in 2019, 876 divided by, in your 2019, you will just use 89. You don't average because you don't have the prior year data. So you don't average here because there is nothing to average. You just use 89. Answer is 9.84. Again, averaging is only done if you are computing for a ratio that involves both statements, meaning one from the balance sheet, one from the income statement. You will be averaging the one in the balance sheet, like this one, accounts receivable turnover. Next, you are tasked to compute inventory turnover. Formula is cost of sales divided by average inventory. Let's do 2020 first. Cost of sales is 543 all over the average of your inventory. You have the prior year data in 2020, so 66 plus 54 divided by 2. Answer is 9.05. And then for 2019, your cost of sales is 567 divided by the average of your inventory in 2019. You only use 1 because you don't have prior data. So it's 54. Answer is 10.5. And we will be answering more. I will just erase. What if you are tasked to compute the average collection period? What's the formula of this one? Use 365 because that's given divided by your accounts receivable turnover, your answer earlier. But I don't recommend using the answer before because maybe it comes with decimal and you cancel the decimal. So it's best that you do it again. Your numerator is 365 and then you write your accounts receivable turnover. Again, the formula of accounts receivable turnover is net sales. The numerator is net sales. So it's 987 divided by the average accounts receivable. It's 88 plus 89 divided by 2. Answer is 32.73. So this is the number of days will it take you to convert your accounts receivable to cash. And in the computation, you start with 88 plus 89 first, and then you divide by 2, and once you get the answer, you set that as the denominator of 987 to get the answer, and then you will use that as the denominator for the fraction itself. How about for 2019? Again, use 365 because that's given, and then the accounts receivable turnover in 2019. So net sales again 876 divided by, you don't average this time because 2019 does not have a prior year. So you just use 89. Answer is, by the way, let me just double rule this. Actually, you box the final answer. Do not double rule. It's 37.8. So let me just box your answers. How about for average inventory period? The formula is 365 because that's given divided by inventory turnover. So numerator 365, get your cost of sales in 2020 543. Divide this by your average inventory. So that's 66 plus 54 divided by 2. Answer is 40.33 days. Then for 2019, 365 again. And then your cost of sale is 567 divided by your average inventory. Since you don't have prior year, just use 54. Answer 34.76. How about the operating cycle, which is just the sum of your ACP and AIP, average collection period, average inventory period. So you just add 32.73 plus 40.33. This one and this one you add, it's 73.06. And then 2019, 37.08 plus 34.76, that's 71.84. I hope I get everything correct, no? Otherwise, I have to repeat. So I'm done with the liquidity ratio, but let us proceed. We still have space. Let's compute your debt ratio. And the formula for debt ratio is your total liabs divided by assets. In 2020, your liabs is 357 divided by your assets. It's 804. Answer is 0.44. And then for 2019, total liabs 419 divided by your assets that year 831. Answer is 0.50 or 50%. Now let's compute your equity ratio. This is equity divided by asset, but you can also do 1 minus debt ratio following the accounting equation. And then for debt ratio, you can also do 1 minus equity ratio. For this one, let me use this formula, this one. So 1 minus 0.44, answer is 0.56. And then for 2019, 1 minus 0.50, answer is 0.50. Now let's proceed. Let me just erase. Let's have debt to equity ratio. 2020, 2019. The formula for this one is liability over equity. So let's have our liability. It's 357 divided by your equity 447. And then let's do 2019. 419 divided by 412. Answer is, this is 0.80, and the next one is 1.02. How about if you are tasked to compute the gross profit margin, operating profit margin, and then the net profit margin? For gross profit is gross profit divided by net sales, operating profit divided by net sales, and for net profit margin, net profit divided by net sales. So gross profit, let's have it, 444 divided by net sales, 987. 2019, it's 309 divided by 876. Answer is this is 0.45 or 45%, and then 0.35%. How about for operating profit margin? Get your operating profit. It's 321 divided by 987, and then 210 divided by 876. This is 0.33, and this is 0.24. Next, net profit margin, 278 divided by 987, and then 177 divided by 876. This is 0.28, and then this is 0.20. By the way, I forgot times interest earned. That is part of your solvency. Times interest earned. The formula for that one is EBIT, or operating profit, divided by your interest expense specifically. So this is 321 divided by 12, and this one is 210 divided by 13. This is 26.75, while this is 16.15. How about if you are tasked to compute return on assets? This is net profit divided by assets. Since you have an income statement and balance sheet, this is average total asset. So get your net profit, 278, all over your average total asset. So in 2020, you have prior year, so you do averaging. Get your total this year plus total last year divided by 2. Then for 2019, it's 177, and then just divide your total assets that year. This is 0.34, and this is 0.21. How about return on equity? This is also net profit, but you divide your average. Again, average because you have one income statement and one balance sheet. Average total equity. For the numerator, it's the same, 278 and 177. Average this one because you have prior year, 447 plus 412. Average, and this is 412. .65. 0.43. And then finally, total asset turnover formula is net sales divided by, again, yung average, because you have one income statement, one balance sheet. Average total asset. So get your net sales, 987 here, and then 876 here. Then average here because you have prior data, 04. Then here you just write 831. This 1.21, and then finally this is 1.05. Okay, and that's it. In the next upload, I will be discussing bank reconciliation maybe, or just introductory discussion on banks, no? Bank accounts, etc. Okay, so see you on that one.